Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be telling you about a great IDE which is Android Studio. Basically it is used for developing Android apps and recently the Android apps have been getting better and better and faster also. This is due to the framework which is now followed by Google called the Gradle framework. So let's start right in. If you want to create a new project, here is you click here, okay, and specify your application name and also specify your website if you have one. If you want to give a new name or a totally different name to your package, you can go right here, click on edit and type your application name. Also, this is also called the package name, which is basically used to identify your app on Google Play Store. Okay, so as you can see, the first two parts, com example, it is the reverse of this. Basically you enter your website and it reverses it into com example. And for example, I type some app, okay, and as I type something here, it will automatically be changed over here when I click on the new app. Okay, but since I'm already having one project created, because it does take 2 to 3 minutes to build or rather create a project, so I don't want you to bore with that. Let's dive right in. Okay, as you can see over here, it was just building it, and since I already started it once, it took less time. So let's begin. Here we have separate views. I like to Android views the basic view, which you can use if you want to just focus on your Java or and resources. Okay, these are basically your Gradle files. So from top to bottom, this is basically the most important file which you will be dealing. So this file contains all your dependencies. Okay, dependencies are basically the extra modules or components which you will be needing to build your app. So you define those dependencies over here, and so this, what is this again? This is the minimum and the maximum Android app version on which you want to run your app. So this means that the minimum SDK which is required by the Android device should be 15. You can check this in the Google that what does API 15 stand for, or what was it code name. And target, this is the target which we are targeting, Android 24, which is basically Nougat at this point, 700 or 701. Okay, this is the version code, this is the version name. This you basically see in the Google Play Store whenever you upload your app. And this minify enabled thing, it is basically false right now because this is what Google gives you by default, but you can also change it to true if you want to expand. Basically Android is a small device, okay, so it has a limit of 64K, which means 65536 methods it can handle, or 65536 or 535 references. More than that it won't be able to handle. So this false means that our methods or references currently are less than 65536. That is the 65K limit given by Google. And so if you want to increase, or suppose you have a big application and your methods are above 65K, just turn this false to true and you'll be good to go. So these other Gradle files are, we have nothing to do with them. So as I mentioned earlier, we have some views over here, you can try them out. like packages. Here are all your packages. These are your default icons. As you can see, the icon provided by Google. Okay, so and these are some also menus. This is the default which Google gives you. So over here you can see on the right that you have a preview. Also the same preview is available on this screen, but I prefer this one because it gives you instant look and feel how the app will appear rather than switching again tabs. So here in this package you keep your drawables and some more images. Okay, so I like to go into my projects view every time because it gives me an all-round overview of what my application consists of. So here, as you can see, there are some external libraries. Okay, we have nothing to do with them, but as you can see, here are some like app compat. This is the one which Android uses for its toolbars, and it is one of the most important ones. And as you can see, there are many others. You can also download them from the internet and include in your external libraries. So now I've created my project named Android Basics. So I'm going into my apps, source, main. This is my Android manifest file. Uh, so notice that it is outside of my main. Okay, so basically this is my starting point. Whenever my application will launch, it will check for my manifest file and check to see if what activity or rather what screen should the application be launching as soon as it is loaded into the mobile or smartphone. Okay, so here as you can see I mentioned launcher. So we have a category and an action, okay, which is inside the intent filter. So this is the launcher, uh, and this is my activity, okay, which is called the main activity. So as you can see, when you go into the Java, we have a main activity. So this is the class which will be loaded first whenever you launch an activity or whenever your application is loaded. Okay, so basically the folders which I'm highlighting now, we have to work with them. First is the Java, then is the resources, and you don't have to worry about any other thing except for this one, which is build.gradle, which I mentioned earlier, where you will be including your packages. Sorry, not this one, this one. This one is a project level Gradle which builds or which contains some properties for your entire project, and this is the local Gradle which is only for your app, I mean your module. So as you can see, it is inside this app, so it will only affect the things which are inside this folder. So that was it. That was a basic overview. Basically you have to deal with Java classes, layouts, some resources, menus, and okay, I forgot values. So values are they are the they are global XMLs, you can say that. They, for example, anytime I want something in my app, I go into the strings and name them. So for example, my app name is Android Basics and it is being displayed as you can see here, not here, yeah, as you can see here we have Android Basics. Okay, so it is picking that up from my strings.xml. Anytime I want to mention uh, some text which is which I might use globally, or so it is better to have it in one file and just reference it in my Java or XML as required, so that I change it over there and I don't have to keep looking for that in my XML and Java code. Okay, so now the IDE overview is, here are some of your tabs. Go here. Okay, this is your file view, I guess, and there's nothing more to it than that. If you have to run, just click on this button, so it will initialize or start your ADB manager. Basically it is a virtual device, so currently I don't have any devices, so that's why it's displaying no devices found. Okay, but next time I'll have them. So this was your basic overview, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and thank you. Bye.